guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. In this video, I want to show you that buying an automatic Swiss chronograph doesn't break the bank. And I want to show you 4 awesome chronographs well under $2,000 that you may want to consider for your collection. White gloves so I don't get fingerprints on the watch. And let's get right into it in ascending price category. So we're going to start with the least expensive. Here we start with a little known brand, Davosa, and this is their Telemeter Chrono. A very beautiful watch. Davosa is a small independent Swiss-made brand, not quite a micro brand. It's been around long enough. And here with their Telemeter Chrono, you have a 42 millimeter case in stainless steel that is 100 meters in water resistance. Now, you get sapphire crystal, front and back, and this is half of $2,000. It's $999. It houses a Valjoux 7750 chronograph movement, Swiss-made, and this isn't the purely base Valjoux. You're going to see some blued screws here, so there is some nice detail. Start the chronograph. It also has the date function. I love the onion crown and the telemeter scale on this white dial. Now the white is very hard to capture. It's almost like a lacquered deep white. Obviously it is not lacquered for the price point, but it's very pretty. Also notice the rehat there. It's a nice little spacing and that gorgeous onion crown. I really, really like this watch. Now yes, it's 42 millimeters, but it wears slightly smaller due to the shorter lugs. And it comes on a signed classic clasp and on a rally strap. $999 gets you a very elegant chronograph here with an interesting dial, a reliable movement. And you know what? For the price point, I just don't think it can be beat. Sapphire crystal and 100 meters of water resistance. This is an absolute winner. Now we're gonna move up slightly in price category, but for something very interesting. Here we have a Paul Picot Chronosport with the rare orange dial. This clocks in at $1,549. However, it is brand new. This also houses the Valjoux 7750 movement, and it is 38 millimeters in stainless steel and yellow gold. And it's got a very 1980s motor sport vibe with those baton hands and those creamy numerals, the Chronosport emblem there in red, and of course the non-rotating bezel, but also a very good look. This is a smaller watch at 38 millimeters to kind of fit that 80s 90s aesthetic, though it fits me very well. I love the splash of color there on the pusher and the crown, a nice alligator strap. It even has the hang tag still, but the star of the show here is that dial. Very hard to capture just how shiny and vibrant that orange is. We also have this in yellow, by the way, and all these watches are available on delraywatch.com, but just a very interesting watch. Here you get the Valjoux 7750, 100 meters of water resistance, the sapphire crystal, some gold, all brand new for under $2,000. In fact, this one is $1,549, and it still has stickers on it, on a signed clasp as well. This is just a great watch to kind of put on for a Sunday drive, particularly if you're driving something like a 348 by Ferrari. I don't know. I love it. Obviously, it's not from the 90s. This is a modern watch, but it has that aesthetic, that racing automobile aesthetic from that era, and I really, really like it. Now we go to something a lot more modern looking. This is an Eberhard Traversetolo, a limited edition of 333 watches. Stainless steel with a PVD black coating for a very, very stealthy look. This is 43 millimeters, so a more modern size, bigger, bolder. I love the the cream hands and the red chronograph hands. This houses what looks like a Valjoux 7750, but no, this is a Valjoux Perret. A Valjoux Perret is basically a 7750, but made larger to fit the case better. Same architecture, different maker, and also very, very highly decorated. Look at that Côte de Genève and the perlage, the blued screws. This is a bold watch while still being stealthy. Comes in the rubber strap with the signed Eberhard clasp. Eberhard has a lot of history making chronographs, very popular, particularly in Italy, where they love their vintage chronos. This is one of the modern examples. 43 millimeters, wears just like a 43 millimeters because the lugs are nice and long, but that black, deep black dial with the red details, the black shiny case, the interesting movement and movement finishing, you know, not much to say. $17.99 here gets you a killer chronograph. Now, last but not least, another brand new watch. Here we have this Montblanc Pornograph. This one here is 43 millimeters, also housing a Valjoux 7750. Notice that this is not the Lejoux Parade, it is a 7750, so you have that movement spacer. That beautiful guilloche navy dial. This is more of a dress chronograph. The crown is emblazoned with the Montblanc emblem, just like you see on their pens. You got stepped lugs, a very interesting case profile as well with Roman numerals. This comes on a beautiful navy strap with white stitching and a Montblanc de Point clasp. Montblanc is a more well-known watch manufacturer. They've been making a lot of high-end pieces lately, and here for $19.99, brand new, you get just a beautiful Swiss chronograph for a fraction of the price that you would get it elsewhere. So from Montblanc to Eberhard to Picot to Davosa, here you can see whether it's $9.99 or $19.99, Swiss automatic chronographs can be had for not all that much money considering what you're getting. All these watches are on delraywatch.com, link in the description below. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.